nerds? I'm Tom.
I'm Wes.
Today we're taking a look at Blood of an Englishman by Renegade Games. This is a very small and light two-player card game where you play as Jack or the Giant. It's very
From
asymmetrical.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
From Jack and the Beanstalk. It's super asymmetrical, and I have to say I was kind of surprised at how much strategy there was in it, how thinky it was.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I kind of went over the rules, and I honestly, I thought we were going to give this game a solid meh. I was not excited about it, and then we played it a few times, and strategy started coming forward, and once you understand the strategy of the game, it changes. It goes from just being to sitting and thinking if I take that, he'll take that, and I can take that and move that there, and I'll take that, and it becomes that almost a chess game, and because it's so asymmetric, it makes it the Giant's moves. He only gets one move per turn, where Jack gets 3. And the Giant's moves can be so powerful if executed properly.
Mm-hmm. And the Giant, and again, that's with the asymmetric feel of it. The Giant can really have two ways to win. Where Jack has one way to win every single game, no matter what. And I think of it as kind of like Netrunner, because it's one of my favorite games. But it's also it's also asymmetric, but also that within the first turn or two, once you realize what the other player is doing, that's going to change your strategy. Because I think the Giant can either get his fee-fi-fo-fum together, or can just get rid of cards. And you kind of will almost never do a mix of the two. I mean, you might, but it would behoove you to pick one and stick with it. So I think if Jack sees the very first turn, the Giant gets rid of one of my low cards. Okay, I'm going to do this. Second turn, the Giant gets rid of one of my low cards. You go, okay, game changer. This is what I need to do. I need to go fast. I need to make sure I get the low cards here. I need it, it changes.
You no longer need to worry about, I'm going to get my cards but manipulate the board state to keep him from getting stuff. You just say, forget what he's doing, everything I can to get my objective accomplished.
Yeah, ignore where the fee-fi-fo-fums are. That's no longer the objective. The objective is to complete my thing faster than he can eliminate the cards away from me. And again, I didn't see that coming in this game. I didn't see that type of gameplay, that playing the players, those mind games. I did not see that coming in a game this small. Because I have no problem with filler games. I like filler games. I have a good amount of them. But usually they're kind of, like you said, they're solid men. They're just kind of they're just filler and it's just passing the time, waiting for the people to get here. But this one, when I sit down to play it, I'm like, all right, I am in. Let's do this.
And I think because there's discovering strategy, that you can scale your play. So, for instance, over Christmas, you played with your mom. And, obviously, you didn't just go and it's I'm going to crush her, haha. You were able to kind of scale it back and make it a more fun, balanced game. I think if you're able to kind of not control your playability, but scale yourself back and limit yourself and not go to have fun, not just to win, you can play it with a younger player. It's a very good thinking game. So if you have that age that kind of 6 to 10 age range where they're having all that critical development and they're doing math and they're learning problem solving, this could be a really fun game to play with that age group.
Yeah, especially because you're right. You can sit down and you can have a good time, and yet you're not just, I'm going to win. You can say, okay, I'm just going to try and line up fee-fi-fo-fum, or I'm going to just try and do it vertically instead of horizontally here. Because the Giant does have a little bit of an advantage. Let's go ahead and say that.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of funny. Because the very first game that I played with Smitty we thought that Jack had a huge advantage. And I think that's pretty smart. The fact that you can play this game multiple times and have different opinions of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can play it and go, oh, well, Jack's just going to crush every time. Then play it again and you go, oh, wait, no, the Giant just crushed that time. So
and I think part of that is learning the strategy of the game. It's not this is the rule book, this is how you play, go play. These are the limits to what you can do. What are you going to do with that?
Absolutely. It definitely, they give you the tools and then you build the helicopter.
Overall, I think it's a really solid, small, that light, filler, quick game. You can crank out a game in less than 5 minutes if you have 2 experienced players. It's really quick. It's small. You could put this into the game. I will say, put it in a deck box. That the box is small. However, because of how few cards there are, there's a nice little insert to hold your main deck. I haven't tried it, but I'm next to positive that you could fit sleeved cards and the box would close all the way. Which
yeah, if you split it into 2 decks.
Yeah, if you split it into 2, and there's no reason not to because it all smashes together anyway. Well done, Renegade Game Studios, because that is something that's important to us, is being able to fit a sleeved game into a box.
Assuming that we can. We haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
Don't prove us wrong. So it's definitely a very fun, very solid, light filler game for 2 players. You don't really get a lot of filler games that are for 2 players that work well. And this one really does. Okay, it's probably not the best filler game I've played in the world, but it's up there. It's really solid. I thoroughly enjoy it. And hey, if any of this sounds good to you, all you got to do is go click that buy link down below and get yourself a copy.
While you're down there, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never be bored.
Where you're Jack and the Beanstalk. It's very asymmetrical. And
You're not Jack and the Beanstalk. You're
Jack
and the Giant.
Let's restart.